Welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming. Thank you for tuning in to another Spicy Toast video, especially if you are a Riot employee watching this. Today we're going to be going through Path of Champions. What are some of the issues? What is the core problem with Path of Champions? And how we can hopefully fix that moving forward. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So first, before we start off, I just want to say I am not throwing any hate towards the developers. I think the developers are probably trying their best to make the best game they can. It's just an issue that they are not getting the amount of resources and time they need to make the game they want to make. So even though I will be criticizing a lot of the design elements or how Path of Champions has been shaping up, I'm not actually blaming the developers themselves, just the constraints that they often have on them. Also, Riot has often said in a lot of their news postings that they're trying to look at the community for Legends of Runeterra. They say they're watching live streams, they're looking at YouTube videos, and they are reading Reddit posts. So they ask to please make these different forms of content, give them feedback, and they will look at that and try to improve the game. So that is what I'm trying to do here, trying to showcase some of the issues that Legends of Runeterra has and how we can hopefully address these moving forward. So first, let's look at how Path of Champions was shaping up when it first launched. So Demacia, this is one of the first regions. It has some multiple adventures in it. Great. Nasus, same way, one of the first regions. This is Annie's own personal adventure, and then there's Draven. Piltover and Zon, multiple different adventures. Bilgewater, same thing. So they have their different regions, but they put multiple different adventures in there. Now if we look at some of the new ones we've gotten, Shadow Isles, one adventure. Shurima, same thing. Targon, same thing. So it's a little sad that in the new regions we've gotten, every single one only has one adventure. Now it's great that we're getting those regions, but that is a little disappointing. Now for one of the original champions, we see that they have their own personalized campaign. They have a half-star, a 2-star, and then presumably there was going to be a 3-star. This has never been addressed, never updated, never touched on. But if we look at one of the new champions, they have nothing there. No champion other than the original ones have any personalized adventures at all. So it really shows that where they started with the game mode, they had presumably a much larger team, a lot more people working on it, and they were planning on devoting a lot more resources to the game mode. Right now, that's not really the case. We're getting new champions, and quite often what happens is we'll have some champions, like Kindred and LeBlanc, where the entire deck, all the star powers, it all synergizes very well and works well together. Now LeBlanc is very, very strong. Kindred is fun, but is much weaker. But that's not an issue because at least when you're playing her, the whole deck is working together, and you don't feel like the deck is fighting itself at all. But then we get a champion like Nasus where, while he plays fine, the deck seems like it's going in multiple different directions. It doesn't have a very consistent theme. It doesn't really go towards his champion identity. Like you'd think that there'd be as many Bakai as they could fit in there, but like we've touched on before, for some reason they haven't put those in, despite the fact that there is a 5 cost and a 1 cost. So it just seems like they kind of threw together a deck, and then with the star powers, his 3-star power isn't working. It's just broken. The second part of slay 10 enemies when you summon the restored Sun Disk, it doesn't work. I've gotten many messages and emails, people letting me know this isn't working for them. So this kind of shows that they just didn't playtest this enough internally to make sure that it was good right out the gate. which is very sad, but speaks to the fact of a lack of resources by the team. Now, I'm sure that his 3-star is going to get fixed. They will fix bugs in the game. Good example, Ornn. His 24 power right here. Right now it says Weaponsmith Apprentice gets studded leather. When he launched, this upgrade was for the 3/3 Poro with Overwhelm. That Poro is not in Ornn's deck. So one of his level ups was giving an item to a card that wasn't even in his deck. So it just shows that they really didn't have time to actually go through and make sure everything was working correctly. Like, these are oversights, but honestly, with a company this size, having oversights happen every single expansion really shouldn't happen. Another thing is with their news of the champions they're releasing, Ashe has been there for 3 expansions now. So she was there the first expansion that she was released, she was there the second expansion after she was released, and now the third expansion now after her, she was still in the news or the list of champions they were adding. I think this time they did it as a joke, but it's still something that, why are you not having someone look over this, double check it, and make sure that it is correct? So again, it just shows, or to me seems like, the team is not getting the resources and the time that they need in order to make the game they need to make. Another issue with Ornn, his whole kind of design really needs a bit of a rework. So yes, Riot will change a bug. If that's in the game, I think Nasus will be fixed. But with Ornn, he's not bugged, he's just very poorly designed. So again, I think this shows to a lack of playtesting. I don't think anyone sat down and grinded out Ornn or played him and really was like, yeah, this feels good, this is going to work out well. Now, I like Ornn, I like his general theme, but his 2-star power especially, and there's also problems with his 3-star, really doesn't work well, and we should have a balance to him or reworking. But that is another one of the issues, is that we don't get balance changes. The only balance changes we get is when the PvP game mode, for Legends of Runeterra, the main game mode, when they have balance changes, that then affects us. But it's never that we are actually getting any design or balance changes ourselves. Now, I don't want them to try to necessarily change the balance, as in make some champions weaker, but if there's some champions that are underperforming, or if their design just really isn't working, and pretty much everyone in the community agrees that this champion has problems, like, I like Ornn, and I know there's a lot of other people that like him as well, but I think everyone can acknowledge, yes, he has some poor design issues that should be addressed. So it really is just an overall issue that they're not spending the time on this game mode that they need to. Another example is that if we look at relics, now I've been playing this game since it came out. I have gotten every single reliquary possible, every single way you can get relics possible, and I am still missing 3 relics. Now, this doesn't really matter to me, as I wouldn't probably use any of these anyways, but I know there's a lot of people that don't have Gale Force, or they're missing out on a very important relic, and we still have no way to directly get relics. They really need to add some sort of system where you can buy, hopefully with just shards, relics. The fact that that's still not in the game, despite the fact it's something that the community has been asking for since pretty much the beginning, is very sad. Now, there are some things they have done that I do want to shout out that are very good. One, I do like all the new regions. I think Aurelian Soul was a lot of fun. It's great that they gave us 5 quests to complete in here, not just the 3. So that new region, a lot of fun, very happy they added it. The weeklies, the fact that they added these in, giving you something to look forward to every week, and then more ways to get shards and reliquaries, that is great. But the amount of content we've really been getting is pretty sad, honestly. We'll get the 6 new champions, which are often a toss-up of well-designed to feeling rushed. But we haven't gotten any new relics in a couple expansions. I think Gale Force was like 2 expansions ago, and now when they added it, that was a lot of fun. It was great to get. It's really impacted a lot of different builds. But we haven't gotten any new relics. And the relics can really change up the game for a lot of different champions. So the fact that we're really struggling to not get any content really shows that they're just not giving enough time and resources that this game mode really needs. I'm hoping, and kind of the point of this video is just that someone at Riot will be able to see this, know that, hey, there's a community that really loves this game mode, that wants this game mode to succeed, and hopefully they give more resources to this, and we can make this the best game possible. So that's kind of it for the video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Try to share this with your friends. I'm hoping this video can get a lot of views. Yes, it's nice for the channel to get views, but more, I want this to actually have somewhat of an impact, have it get shared around, and hopefully have people at Riot look at this. Now, I'm sure all the things I touched on here, they already are aware of, but hopefully, if this video can make somewhat of an impact, the people at Riot can actually see that, oh, a lot of people are aware of this, a lot of people want this game mode to succeed, and maybe they'll be able to dedicate some more resources to actually improving this game. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching that video all the way to the end. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. We're putting out multiple videos every single day for Path of Champions content. So if that interests you, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and welcome to the channel. Have a great day.